Welcome to Leveling Up the Podcast with Alethia Tucker. I'm so happy that you're listening today. My goal is to bring something new, something promising. I plan to bring conversation, resources, and wisdom around the things that are holding us back from going for our best. We'll talk about everyday life and careers. I'll bring us dialogue designed to dig deep and identify our passions. We'll talk about the limits that you need to let go of and the promise that you need to grab a hold of. I'll interview women who bring valuable insight to the table. We'll have opportunities for Q&A, and we'll talk resources to help along the way. There are levels to this, and we'll hit them all, starting at the ground floor. We all have dreams, and now is our time to level up.
Ground floor.
How many of you remember a product because of a jingle that you associate with the product? I was thinking about this the other day, and I thought of jingles that I heard as I was growing up. My bologna had a first name, it's Oscar. Yeah, Oscar Mayer bologna. Or I wish I were an Oscar Mayer wiener. You know, I'm dating myself for sure. The Cocoa Puffs commercial. The commercial that talked about the Nair hair remover. I mean, you name it. Just a whole host of things that we heard growing up, and a whole host of things that you hear now that immediately make you associate with the product that the jingle refers to. Or the slogan, just do it. You automatically think of Nike, don't you? I want you all in business to think about that. What jingle is there that is associated with that thing that you have deemed so important, that is vital to your business? What jingle, what is it about a slogan? What tagline have you associated with that so that when people hear it, when they see it, they start singing along with it, or they immediately say, that is the company that I want to be affiliated with? It's so important for you to be able to associate something positive, something winning, something that is going to grab someone's attention so that they will too want to be affiliated with that product that you have, with that goal that you have, with that vision that you're trying to push forward, with the company you're trying to build, with the thing that you're trying to leave and have an audience come with you to go to. What is it that you have established to make sure that you give them something that when they hear it, when they see it, they automatically feel what it is that you feel? Your affirmation. I have a product. I have something that is so worthwhile. It's going to make a difference for so many lives. I'm going to make sure that I have something in place that is going to jiggle their ears, that's going to prompt my audience to want to get involved with whatever it is that I'm doing. Because what I'm doing is important enough to make changes in lives. And I'm going to make sure that I give some people, the people who need to have this, the people who are supposed to be associated with me, the people who are going to grab onto my vision, I'm going to make sure to give them something that is tantalizing and that's going to make them want to come to me and stay with me.
Main level.
Welcome to Leveling Up the Podcast with Alethia Tucker. We are on day 3 of the Leadership Experience Tour, and this is stage day. This is the day that everyone is taking the stage to give their speeches and to present. And let me tell you, the journeys and the stories have been awesome. I have another speaker with me here today. I'm so excited and happy to have her with me.
I'm so happy to be here.
I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Yes.
And we're going to talk so you can find out a little about her, find out about her platform and what she's doing.
Yeah, so I'm Coach Nia Renee. I'm a certified Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Coach.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Welcome, Nia.
Thank you.
I love, the first thing I noticed about her this morning, her eye makeup is absolutely gorgeous.
We close the eyes for you.
Yes, there you go.
Shout out to my makeup artist,
There you
Camille
are.
Rourke. She keeps me together. Shout out to my stylist, Brianna Corsi. Those two, my team are here, and I'm just so happy that they're here to keep me looking good, snatched, and just ready to get on the stage to perform.
Yeah, and let me tell you, I heard just a little yesterday. I was not able to stay in because we were doing this. But I want you to share your journey with us.
Yeah.
I would love to hear
Yeah,
that.
so I come from a very abusive background, a really rough childhood, a really abusive childhood. My dad saved me from being kidnapped by my mom and my uncle. Trigger warning for those out there, I was raped in high school. I was raped in college. And then I had a string of domestically violent relationships that I survived. And I got to this last relationship where I was trying to teach my abuser how to love me. And that's how my business name actually came into play. I started a blog called How to Love a Battered Woman. And I was teaching him why I needed to be loved a certain way because he wasn't trauma informed. It seemed like he had never dealt with someone who had been through significant trauma like I explained. But no, he was just abusing me. And so I realized one day that he didn't like me. And if you don't like me at my core, I gotta go. So I left. I took my business with me. Here we are 7 years later, and I'm sharing my story with the world, and I'm helping survivors every single day. I help thousands of people, and it just makes me feel really, really good that I am able to amplify my message, but also amplify the support and advocacy that domestic violence survivors deserve.
Wow, what a story. What a story. What a journey you have been on. Truly, truly pulling through the ashes. We talk to a lot of people and we share our stories here, and we know that there is such significance in plugging into the journey, and yours has been rough, as you just shared with us. So in doing what you do, I know it's important for you to be able to help others because of what you've gone through. What are some of the things that you do in your coaching?
Yeah, so what I do is I have a framework. It's called the Battered Hearts Rising Blueprint. It's a path. It's literally a path that takes you from acknowledging and accepting the abuse that you've endured, acknowledging and accepting what has happened to you, working through that. We don't spend too much time focusing on the abuser. Like, we talk about the abuse, but we don't really go into why the abuser might have done this or why that happened, because we want to be solely centric on the survivor. It's now the survivor's story, their turn to write their story.
Yes.
It's their turn to rewrite and their story. So we spend a lot of time in that, and then we go on to the next phase, which is discovering who you are now, what you need now, and how to move through what you've been navigating, and taking the tools from acknowledging and accepting. And then we finally get to the final phase of building those intentional relationships deep-rooted in self-trust. And so those three pillars are really important along the way. So the 3 phases, I call them Ethereal Awakening, Phoenix Rising, and Heart Vision. And so we spend 2 weeks of those in each of those phases, really nurturing each one of those phases so that by the time my 6-week coaching program is over, you have that transformation that you're looking for. And it's instantaneous. It's instantaneous. I have a client that I saw her in one session And then because they get 2 sessions a week, I saw her in one session, and we had a session literally the next day just because of how my schedule was. And instantly I noticed a difference in her after she did the homework.
Wow.
Do the work. If you do the work, you will thrive.
You will thrive. Oh
Yes.
my goodness. And it's something to be able to teach based on what you know, perhaps what you've studied, but it is totally different to teach based on your experience.
Yes.
So I know the significance in that. A lot of what I do in coaching women in the career space and in the mindset space really was derived out of things that I've been through and things that I've lived. So I know so intimately the importance of being able to pull from that and move from your journey.
Yes.
So I know that you do the coaching and you do the teaching. Do you feel as though it's something that you still heal from daily?
Yes.
Yeah.
There are times that I have flashbacks. There are times that I have moments where I'm in deep reflection of what I've really endured.
Yeah.
And right now I'm on my childhood trauma healing journey. So I'm doing EMDR. EMDR is psychotherapy. It means eye movement desensitization reprocessing. And it helps you reprocess the trauma that's stored in your body. And it helps you take it from a 10 all the way down to like maybe a 4 or a 2 or as close to 1 as possible. And so along that journey, things are coming up, and I'm just realizing a lot of patterns that, have come up, and that's the reason why that led me to the relationships that I had. But I'm married now.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm married to the love of my life, the most incredible, sweet, engaging, supportive, empathetic human being I've ever met, and he met me where I was at, not where most people want me to be.
Right.
And that's important on the journey. You want someone to meet you where you're at, not where they want you to be, because where you're at is where you're at on your journey, and it's not on anyone else's timeline but your own.
Right. Beautiful. Beautiful. Where you're at on your journey, and it's no one else's timeline.
It's no one else's timeline but your own.
But your own. And that's important because people, they're all for the healing. They're all for the change. They're all for making you better. But they frequently want you on their timeline.
Yeah.
And it really is a personal thing.
Yes.
It is a personal thing. And I work with women so much. There are some women, and I admire the fact that you realize that the healing needs to take place. There are some women out there, because of us being nurturing and always taking care of everyone else, we don't even try to make the time for the healing. Mm-hmm. So we just walk around stuck, feeling either we're not deserving of it. Those things that, put us in that stuck position are just in our heads forever. Mm-hmm. What do you say to the woman who may be out there right now, who may be dealing with any of what you've gone through, any of what you coach on now? What do you say to them to get them to move from, I am right here now, I am basically dying in this position where I am. Mm-hmm. What do I do?
Yeah, trust yourself. It's hard. I know it's hard. Because after these relationships, we're conditioned and taught to not trust ourselves, to neglect our internal feelings, and we're conditioned to believe what our abuser is telling us. Because the whole goal is to make us feel crazy and question our reality. And so when you have that gut instinct, when you have that moment, that boom feeling in your stomach and in your body, trust that and go with it. But trust how you feel. If you feel like this is not right, follow that. If you feel like you're not in the right space, you're not safe, you're not navigating this in a way that feels safe and protective for you, trust that, follow that, and honor that. The best relationship you're ever going to have is the one that you have with yourself. So don't be afraid to heal and repair that relationship you have with yourself. And if you take anything away from this, I want you to take this. You do not have to forgive a single soul on this planet for what they did to you, but you do need to forgive yourself for the things that you had to do in order to survive.
Wow.
Forgive yourself for the things that you had to do in order to survive those relationships.
Wow.
That's how you have that internal healing and to start being able to get to a place of peak radical self-trust.
Give yourself permission to
Yes.
forgive yourself.
Yes.
Give yourself permission to get out of where you are.
Yes.
Sometimes, I mean, if you feel like you need it, we don't need permission to prosper. We don't need permission
No.
to grow. But
No.
if you feel like you need it, give yourself that permission that you're deserving of having, because you are more than deserving of getting out of where you are.
Yeah, and that's what I talk in my talk. I say power isn't, I mistaked power for performance, but power is permission. Permission to rest, permission to pour into yourself, permission to give yourself the things that you need to prosper, permission to fully trust yourself, permission to fully be you and step into your truth.
Wow.
That is what power is.
That is what power is. So take away any misconceptions you may have about that as well, because that is what power is.
Yes.
Now, I heard you just say something about self-care. How important is that? What role does that play
Oh, wow.
in all of this?
Yes. Well, because within my model, I talk about the 3 S's: self-awareness, self-love, and self-care. You can't get to self-love and self-care if you're not self-aware. So you have to be self-aware enough to know your feelings, your emotions, what's going on internally, not just here, but also here in your body. Once you have that down, then you're able to move into the self-care and self-love. And that is more than bath bombs, bubble baths with champagne, little flower bombs.
Right.
It's more than that. It's giving yourself permission to rest.
Yes.
It's taking the time that you need to restore your body. It's drinking water. It's taking walks. It's journaling. It's doing internal reflection. It's really diving deep into that relationship that you have with yourself. Taking time to acknowledge your true feelings, how you feel, and follow that, but understanding that your emotions do not have to dictate how your day goes.
Wow. Your emotions don't have to dictate how your day goes. And you know, I don't know, and this kind of leads into self-care, first of all, is a huge is one of the pillars that I preach on as well in my coaching program. Because if you don't care for yourself, you can't care for
Anyone else. Yep.
Anyone, anything about your life.
Yes.
You know, you really can't. Something else that I talk about too is how you speak to yourself.
Yes, that's so important. I always, we navigate negative self-talk in my coaching program. And even if they're not in my coaching program and they're just doing one-off sessions with me, or they're in groups that I'm facilitating, I usually task them, because this is what my therapist taught me to do. I usually task them to identify 5 self-affirmations that they can tell themselves 100 times a day.
Yes.
And you don't have to count and be like, okay, 1, I said the 5 things one time. Okay, 2, 3, you don't have to do it, but you're just saying it to yourself over and over again, because the brain doesn't know the difference between the truth or a lie. If you tell yourself you're not worthy of love, your brain is like, okay, we're not worthy of love. But if you don't believe it and you still say, I am worthy of love, your brain is like, I am worthy of love.
Yes.
Your brain doesn't know the difference between the truth or a lie. So whether you're lying to yourself when you say it, it's important, because your brain is going to receive it.
Yes, yes. You need to hear that. And it's something when you hear yourself saying it.
Yes.
It's important to hear others say it too. It's important to do those efforts. But when you hear your voice telling yourself.
I looked at myself in the mirror this morning and I said, you a baddie.
That's right.
You're a baddie.
That's right.
And sometimes you have to do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you get scared, or when you get down, or you forget who you are, you forget. You have to remind yourself of who you are, and sometimes you got to tell yourself you're really that girl.
That's right. I'm the one.
Yeah, I'm really her.
I'm her.
I'm
okay?
really her.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so good. You're so right. You are so right. So listen, tell us first of all.
Yes.
So tell us how we can find out more about your program.
Right.
You know, give us your website and all of your social media stuff, all that.
Yeah, so you can find me at How to Love a Battered Woman on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, fan base, all the places you can find, except for Twitter. You will not find me on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm not on Twitter.
You'll find me on Threads though.
Right.
And then my website is www.howtoloveabatteredwoman.com.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So do you have anything coming up? I know you do your programs. Do you have anything special coming up?
Yeah, well, actually, was in a movie earlier this year. It was called I Love You, My Narcissist. It was filmed in Berlin, Germany. And so it's coming out in 2026, but we're starting to do some promo for it now. So if you guys are wanting to see a movie of dual perspective of what it's like to be in a relationship with a narcissist, what it's like to have that relationship and really see the true dynamics, we have so many people that are involved on this project. We have experts, like we have Dr. Ramani is in the film. We have Dr. Carrie McAvoy, Lisa Sunny. We have very great experts on this topic, best in the field talking about this. I just was fortunate enough to be casted in as a small role, and so I'm playing a part in the movie. I as much as I can say is I am a victim in the movie, but I'm a victim that is stuck in kind of that's still my man mode. And so y'all will see how those dynamics can really play out. So stay tuned for I Love You, My Narcissist, coming out in 2026. It'll be on Amazon. It'll be on Apple TV. It's gonna be big.
So you all watch out for her. Watch out for that movie.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds like it's going to be phenomenal.
Yes, I just actually talked with the director last night. They just finished the first edits and the first test screening, and it went really well. So now they're just going to make some more edits to it, but they're really excited about the film, and so we're really heavy in promo for it now. So it's very, very exciting.
So if you connect with her, you'll see the promo and all of that.
Yes.
Okay.
You'll be able to stay tuned. You guys can go to my Linktree, subscribe to their newsletter, and be able to just follow the journey because we'll be talking about it until it comes out.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. A lot of exciting things going on. A lot of exciting things. You guys make sure to connect with her.
Please connect with me.
You know, we always put the information in the podcast notes. Just what she said, we'll have it there as well. Thank you so much.
Thank
for being
you.
here. I know you're getting ready to go up later on this
Yes, I
afternoon. I
am.
look forward to hearing you.
Yes, I'm so excited.
I know it's going to be phenomenal.
Thank you.
Thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
It's a space where this kind of work is
Needed.
So desperately needed.
Especially right now.
Yes, especially right now. And we'll just say that.
We'll just keep it at that. Yes.
But I know we're thinking alike.
Yes.
But especially right now.
Yes.
So remember, if you need the support, reach out for it. There's
Reach
no
out for
shame
it.
in it. There's no such thing as you not being deserving of it.
Right.
You have people who are available to you.
And if you need immediate support right now, go to starnetwork.org. It's an organization that I partner with. I'm an ambassador with them. They're a global network that really helps. They have daily support groups. They have free resources. And if you go to my website as well and you go to my resources, you'll be able to find them there. Star Network is also an incredible organization that I want to take the time to shout out as well. Awesome. So if you are in need of immediate support and free resources for your situation, Star Network is the place to go.
All right, you heard that. Reach out, get the help that's needed. Don't be in danger.
Yes.
And don't stay in need.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Thanks again for
Thank
being here.
you.
I
What
so
a great
appreciate
conversation.
It. Yes, it's been wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely wonderful. And thank you all for listening, all right? Make sure that you stay tuned. You know we're going to bring you the topics, the people, the journeys that are going to help to make your journey all the more fruitful. And until we speak again, make sure that you go out and be authentically yourself. You are the best you out there. Go out, be you, give the world what it is that is your prize, your imprint. Touch something and make it better, not just for you, but for those around you. And until we speak again, you be well. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
the Loft.
Welcome to the Loft. My guest today was Coach Nia Renee, who is a narcissistic abuse recovery coach. And she has a wealth of resources that she wants to ensure that she recommends to you. First of all, for the woman who is in need of support, who is in need of resources, who is in need of help, she wants you to connect with starnetwork.org, where they have a plethora of resources there to help you and to ensure that you get to a better place. For other resources, she also recommends on a regular basis to make sure that you're dealing with or you have some affirmations that you're constantly saying to yourself, that you're constantly using to remind yourself of the wonderful person that you are. She wants you, of course, to connect with her on all of her socials, which are how to love a battered woman. That's also her website. And there you'll find information on courses that she has, where she gives you a blueprint and a relationship kit that you can get from her, a blueprint for dealing with battered hearts. Make sure that you connect with her. Go to her link tree and see all of the resources that she has available. Ensure that you subscribe to her newsletter. Follow her on Threads, Instagram, Facebook, and over on LinkedIn. And that's it.
Okay, we've reached the end of the episode. Thanks so much for taking the time to listen. As you catch the elevator down, if you feel so inclined, rate, review, subscribe, and share with a friend. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Remember, every day is a new opportunity, and it's never too late to level up.